headed back towards home. Oops, this goober's turning left. That lane's been changed to a right turn only lane. So now I'm stuck here. Well, hopefully we'll get moving here in a minute. Hey, Gary. Yep, you won. I just found a no parking zone to park in for a minute, long enough to get this set up. Just for future reference, EVMux does not have an app, but I can run it by going into uh, it from the browser. I just have to set that up. I don't have my uh, destination set up in our account, so I got to do that from home. So next week I'll be able to play. Whoa, blinded by the light. Sorry about that, guys. Geez, I even washed the windshield. You can see the streaks from the windshield wash thing. Yeah, exactly. Then at least I can set it up to go vertical or horizontal from there. Yeah, that would be the only problem is I won't have chat, or I have to figure out a way to be able to see chat. I don't know that it will. Although, if I'm looking at the studio screen, if I set the phone in a horizontal position, uh, I could go horizontal and then I might be able to see the chat on the left side of the phone screen. I don't know. I'll play with it. Once I get home today, I will. I'll get my credentials loaded in and then play with it. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Greg, welcome in. All right, green light, and we're headed towards the freeway now. That's cool. Hi, Shawnee. Thanks for coming in, honey. All right, off we go. I got a feeling the glare is going to be bad, guys. I'm sorry. Although well, I don't know. The clouds look pretty thick going down south, so the sun may go away, but I don't know that we'll get a views of the mountain. But we'll try. Hey, Quint, thanks for stopping in, bud. Just got to get out of this mess that is Seattle. Yep, got to go find it, Gary. Yeah, we're in Seattle, headed back south out of Seattle. We're headed back up the mountain. Oh, Jesus. That parked truck right there is a honey bucket truck, and he lost one of his honey buckets. He is on the opposite side of the road with a porta potty on a hand truck. I don't know how the hell he figures he's going to get it back to this side of the road, but apparently that's what he's planning to do. Man, I'd just leave it over there for now and go up, take the next exit, come around, and then park on that side of the road to reload it, rather than trying to walk it across 5 lanes of freeway on a hand truck. That's kind of UMB dumb. That's way too many lanes. Wouldn't be too bad if they just leave it at 5 lanes, but it goes from 5 lanes north of Seattle, collapses down to 2 lanes under the convention center, along with several on ramps and off ramps, and then comes back out to 5 lanes here. Not to mention, people are all going slower than the speed limit and driving in the fast lane. Actually, yeah, heat wave of 44. Don't you love it? I don't have one of those fancy cars that tells me what the temperature is. I do have a thermometer sitting on my dashboard, though. I just can't reach it right now because of my seatbelt. Now we're going to get it. Nope. Maybe. Now the cloud cover's blocking. Usually we get a really good view of Mount Rainier right here if there's no cloud cover. But the cloud cover's got it pretty well blocked here. All right. Now we got the cruise set, and away we go. Once again, we got people going under the speed. So we'll run out here on the outside lane where everybody's going speed limit. – 16 inches of snow in December. Wow. We haven't had anything but a dusting yet. We've definitely had the temperature. We've definitely had precipitation, but we haven't had it on the same thing on both days, or the same thing occur on the same day. That's what it is. Hey, Vern. Oh, the leaves are finally gone. We've had a few trees that held out until the last couple of weeks. Cool. This guy's going to get over so I can move over. Oh, now he's going to turn the other way. No, now he's going to stay put. Haven't found it yet, huh? Hey, Tiffany. Thanks for coming in. How you feeling, honey? Oh, you found it. Good deal, Gary. Cool. And we are back going under the speed limit again. Yeah, you got to head for work pretty quick, don't you? I've actually had a good morning with work. I haven't heard from any of the texts today. That means everybody's doing their job and not having any problems. You haven't answered me yet, Tiffany. Are you feeling a little better, honey? Or are you still struggling? Everybody's worried about you. All right, Gary, have a good day at work, buddy. If I don't see you anywhere else, I'll probably see you on Simon tonight. Thank you too, Gary. I do really appreciate it. We are going to move over a lane or two here. If I get an opportunity. Yeah, I was going to ask, what do you know that I don't know, Gary? Other than Sibby had a headache this morning, I didn't know that she wasn't doing well. I know Tiffany hasn't been. Poor thing's been sick for a couple of weeks anyway. Oh, great. We got an accident. Yep. Somebody rear-ended somebody else. Not paying attention on his phone. Nice job, Stu. You have a test tomorrow? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, no. She's still suffering a little bit from the wasabi, but other than that, she's okay. That was actually a week ago. Yeah, she just really was getting over the chili powder incident from 3 weeks ago. And she got hit with the wasabi. Have to admit, she's a braver soul than I am. She tries all this stuff. All right, we get on the 167, then I can get over to the carpool lane because I can run the carpool lane here, and we'll get out of the way of all this traffic and put it into R for race. Thanks. There we go. Okay, let's see. Exciting news. Um, Doctor's appointment went well. Measurements were smaller. Foot's doing good. We got about 5 more weeks of stem cells. Um, so we're making progress. Although it's slow, but we are making progress. So that's exciting. floors me is that it's less expensive to run the carpool lane now than it was. Going southbound with no traffic, it's always been $1, so that's normal. But coming northbound during rush hour traffic, it used to be $15 from Highway 18 up. So in other words, once you got in it, it was $15. Didn't matter where you got out, whether you went all the way up to 405 or got out somewhere before that. And this morning, it was $1.25 all the way from Sumner, which is way down in the south end, all the way to 405. So I'm confused about. I suppose they're I mean, they're keeping people out that don't. There you are. Are you feeling any better, honey? Or are you still struggling badly? Uh, yeah, I don't know if their theory is that now that they can actually tag everybody that's in the carpool lane, because now they've got photo cameras up. So if you have a good to go pass, which is a paid place, um, then you get a $2 break on whatever you pay whatever's on the reader board. Uh, if you don't have a sticker, you pay $2 more than what's on the reader board, and they mail you out the bill for it. Um, so all the people that used to ride the carpool lane, and the only people that got charged were the ones who had a sticker, now get charged via mail, but everybody gets charged less. And I'm confused how the states work that. Still struggling. I'm sorry. That sucks. I feel so bad for you. All right, Quint. I appreciate you, bud. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great day. I'm sure I will see you somewhere out on the YouTube street. I don't know if Al's going live tonight. I know Simon will. He generally goes Tuesday nights. Al's starting to come back on Tuesday nights, so he may be live too. Al Lunacy queuing. I think the last 2 weeks I've won on Al. Al gives away stuff on his shows. You have to send him a picture to his email, and then he uses the pictures in his intros and outros. But everybody that sends him a picture gets entered in the drawing or entered in a wheel spin. And the last 2 weeks I hit the lottery. Actually, the last 2 weeks I've been hot. Uh, I hit Al's last week or 2 weeks ago, and then hit Jerry's on Monday last week, and then hit Al's again last Tuesday. But it's fun. Road crews are starting to clean up all these pumpkins that floated over here from the flooding, uh, because I guess the rotting pumpkins are starting to smell horrible. Not that I can smell them, but I don't have a sense of smell anymore. So, man, I don't know how bad you guys are getting hit with the glare, but I'm getting hammered. The problem is if I put my sunglasses on, I absolutely can't see chat at all. I've got my little sun visor down, which is helping, but and the sun's so low in the sky that it's really coming at a bad angle. However, we will, we will sally forth and deal with it. Let's see, what else is exciting? Oh, there's a mini burlesque show coming to town. And of course, when I say mini burlesque, that could lead to a whole lot of thoughts in your head. But this mini burlesque show has uh, girls from 2'9" to 4'11". That's why it's a mini burlesque show. Happens in June, end of June. But I think Sibby and I may go just for the sheer comedy of it. And it's at a little tiny. It's an old movie theater in Enumclaw, and they show movies from time to time, do some stage shows from time to time. And this particular stage show is coming to the Chalet Theater in Enumclaw. Hey, Bulldog. So yeah, we'll be a bunch of very short women doing a burlesque show. So it should be a fun time. But that's June 30th. So as it gets closer, I'll get you more details on it. Maybe I'll post it on my community page. Did I hear about your house? No, what house? Oh, ours. I heard I was kind of following along, uh, but I was at the doctor's and in and out of Gary's live. Did I hear you drop like 900 hours? Is that what I was hearing? Oh, hours. Yeah, no, now I see it. Gee, I didn't realize that that's what I was reading as I came in. I heard something about hours and something about like almost 1,000, but I didn't comprehend what was going on. And it was like I said, I was sitting in the in the exam room, kind of popping in and popping out. Jesus, my God, Sibby's head would explode if that happened. It's got to be something that they something got flagged, or you didn't have a whopping video a year ago, did you? And it just dropped off. Oh, is that what happened? Oh, holy crap! Yeah, that sucks. That's the bad side of having something go viral. 1 year later, you got to deal with the wrath. Oh, that sucks, dude. Hi, Mama Opia. Yeah, damn, that's a headbang. Should be griping about 30 hours dropping off from last year. I can't imagine. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. There's also uh, I was when we were running StreamYard, we were getting close to being full in our library, which is basically your collection of videos on StreamYard. And I was clearing out some of our older stuff, uh, and Jerry called me to warn me. Apparently, if you don't do it just in the right fashion, if you take something off of there, it will delete it off of YouTube. And if it's a current video in the current time, and in the current year, it will dock you the hours for it. Even though all I was doing was downloading it and moving it off of StreamYard. However, I hadn't been caught by that. I'd accidentally done it in the right with the right procedure, but apparently Gary had been caught by that. But I didn't know about unlisting one. Yeah, it would be so nice if YouTube would just publish the rules. And if you screw up, send you an email and say you screwed up and X, Y, and Z is how it happened. And to correct it, do X, Y, and Z. But they don't. They just say you screwed up. You want to know what you did? Here, go read the rules. And the rules are so ambiguous they don't tell you a damn thing. Wow, 800 on Desert Living. Whoa. I think I will stay on here and cut through Sumner rather than dink around with this traffic now. Okay, we're going to take a detour and go through downtown Sumner, kids. Come on, dude, just go. Really, dude? Yeah, I probably could have gotten in the Congo line and just gone around it, but I don't know how long the lane closure is before it opens again, but that's okay. We'll take a 170 on Whoop and Snort too. Yeah. Oh, it was just right there. Well, that's okay. We'll only take a short detour and go through half of downtown. Yeah, it's dumb how you can make a minor adjustment like that and it just completely shoots you in the foot. All right, into downtown Sumner. I haven't been down here in a while. Trackside Pizza. There's the bicycle shop that fixed my knee scooter when the brake cable broke. And there's Sumner High School on the left. The Sumner Spartans. Gotta stop for the crosswalk. All right, up here at this next stoplight, we can turn right and run back down to the freeway. More road work ahead. All right, get back on the freeway here. Well, there we go. Freeway on. Hurry up and wait. Story of my life. Once you figured that out, did it matter if you set it back to public, or was there a legitimate reason you pulled it down or changed it? Once the damage was done, the damage was done. Oh, that's exciting. Our stoplight is out. Should be blinking a yellow light or blinking a green light or something. Did she? I didn't get a notice on it, damn it. Hi, honey. I'm sorry I didn't get a notice on you. Of course, I was at the doctor's office, so I'm limited on anyway. But I didn't know. I didn't see that you were up. That sucks. There we go. Now we got a green light. Come on, wake up. I'm doing okay. A doctor's appointment went well. Uh, I heard a beast isn't out here. Dang it. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Hole is smaller, so we're doing good. We got uh, 4 or 5 more stem cells to do. So hopefully we'll just about be done by the time we run out. Yeah, it's not too bad out today. Definitely warmed up a bit. I think we're in the low 50s today. Yeah, it, it's been it was kind of funny. Stibby sat at 666 subscribers all day yesterday. I volunteered to unsubscribe to her just to get her off the number, but she turned me down. Oh, cool. Thanks, Bulldog. She's way up over that now. She's in this like 690 something. Well, there's kind of an outline of the mountain. Yeah, exactly. All right. We're coming into Bonnie Lake. Yeah, that YouTube is bipolar. It really shouldn't be that difficult, you know. If I watch our hours are slowly improving. Yes, we're still about 1,000 short for three. I think we're just under 2,000 now total. Um, but I'm thinking that could climb with the jump in subscriptions. That could climb. But yo, yeah. We did sign up to do a promotion, and that finally started last night. So we'll see how it goes. Yep. Thank you. Um, it was time. The old cameras were well almost well they were coming up on 2 years old, and I couldn't make adjustments of them during the show. They were not autofocused, so I had to dial them in every single show, and it was time. Yeah, it was a big expenditure, but I think it was worth it. And now I have complete control over every single camera, as well as being able to switch them. And now that we're running easy mucks, I'm finding all kinds of new things I can do with that. The StreamYard didn't allow me to do. But I finally think we're going to get her there. All right, guys, I got to stop at Safeway. You know the drill if you've been here before. As I go into the Safeway parking lot, I am going to lose signal, so we're going to bring it to a close. I love you all. Thank you all for being here. Um, uh, Maybe on Al Lunacy queuing tonight. I'll definitely be there. If he's on, I'll be on Simon's tonight. So maybe I'll see y'all there. Yes, I can barbecue at Simon. And Thursday, I will no doubt be on Chef Roasting Gag. Uh, and all over the place out there on YouTube. So have a great day, have a great week, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.